Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Everybody's race is different. Everybody's experiencing life different, and everybody's trying to figure it out the same as you are. And it's just really weird now.
It's really weird, and it's celebrated to hate people, and that's the weird part. And most of us know that that's wrong, and that's why, like, when this Charlie Kirk thing happens, there's a giant blowback, and most people recognize it. As a collectively, as a society, this is not right. Regardless of whoever that person is, whether that person's on the left or the right, they just got shot in front of the whole world. It's not a thing to celebrate ever. And especially when you're seeing people on the left that are supposed to be progressives. These are supposed to be the kind, compassionate, inclusive people that are celebrating gun violence, public execution. Like, that's insane. That's a public assassination. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be against guns and then celebrate when someone's killed by a gun.
Right. Yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense. But that hypocrisy is just a symptom of where we find ourselves. We're all just, so many of us are confused because of the rhetoric online. And again, a lot of that's not normal. It's not organic. It's not real. It's not real people. And it's not what you would ever get in real social circles of healthy people.
Yeah.
You're only getting it through this very bizarre filter of just text on social media and videos where someone's just talking to the camera, celebrating on social media. It's very strange.
Most of the time you walk around, because we travel all over the place, and most of the time when you walk around, stop watching the news, get off your phone, and just walk around in society.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
It's not that bad, and that is the key, but most people are not going to get off their phone.
Yeah.
And that's what's fucked. Most people are just fully hooked on that damn thing.
You think it's weird now? Wait till all these iPhone babies grow up and all these tablet babies grow up. You've seen the videos of taking the tablets away and the babies are like freaking out, having withdrawals and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're being raised with it.
Our generation was probably the last to not have. I mean, we didn't have technology growing up. We had dial-up internet, and we didn't get that till I was, already through middle school.
I didn't have a smartphone until I was 16.
Well, you still have an Android.
Yeah, dude, but that's better.
All right, buddy.
Why are you an Android guy?
I've always been an Android guy because I'll give you some. We didn't grow up rich, so.
That's my argument, but just to play around that.
Yeah, we couldn't afford iPhones, and I really didn't care. I didn't even know what an iPhone was. I just got whatever phone I could buy.
Text people.
My dad got me my parents got me the little sidekick and stuff, so I've always been on the Android side. And then when I started working as a teenager, I saved up and I bought my own smartphone from one of those cell phone shops in the strip mall, and it was Android. I never really got into I never cared, first of all, what phone people have. It's you guys who care.
Oh my God!
I have both, but it's a weird thing in our society where if a kid has an Android phone, they're looked down on.
Yeah, dude.
It's weird. Like something like 80+% of kids have iPhones.
Man, it was after a show one time. It was after a show one time a long time ago, and I was talking to this girl. This was like way back in the day, and she's like, "Yeah, well, maybe we get your number." And then I pulled out my phone. She's like, "Oh, you have an Android?" I just walked off. Yeah, just walked off.
She didn't like you anymore?
Green bubble. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that weird? It's weird. It's weird, but it's like it just shows you how easy people fall into tribes. Yeah.
Over anything.
What we were just talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even down to the phone. If you have something different than somebody, they automatically don't like you.
When the iPhone babies,
it can be politics, it can be the dang phone in your pocket.
Yep.
When the iPhone babies grow up, they're going to be killing each other over phones.
What about the Android babies?
We just want to be left alone, man.
See, there's the identity.
It's a Rebels phone.
Now, Rebels phone.
If you choose it, it's a Rebels phone. If it chooses you, it's like, one day I want to get a fucking iPhone. I get out of this job. I'm going to get a real job, and I'm going to get an iPhone.
Nope.
But the people that choose it, they're the rebels.
I'm glad I married an iPhone user, I'll tell you that. I'm glad my wife has an iPhone, and we can send cool emojis.
See, you say that? I married an iPhone user, and I don't care if she has an iPhone.
That's
you're glad that you married an iPhone user. I don't care that I married an iPhone user. I love her anyway.
feels like you're trying to be superior over him now.
Exactly.
By virtue of calling,
Brandon's just like the
calling
left,
out your superiority
Can't win for
complex. He's
losing.
being superior.
Yeah.
Just can't win with these people.
Yeah. Now he's playing victim.
He wants to say it's an American company, but they're made in China.
Well, the owner, Tim, what's his name?
Tim
You don't
Cook,
even know.
He is
the
from
CEO.
where we are from.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
supporting a local. Now, has he ever put an Apple store in Mobile, Alabama? Absolutely not. Do we deserve one? Probably not.
We don't.
But
It'll get robbed, dude.
Yeah.
maybe the phone should be made in America one day.
Yeah.
But American company.
Well, if they made an I always said that if they made an American phone that had like a little American flag on the back, but it cost $200 more, I would buy it.
Yeah, me too.
Who do you think's going to make it?
Well, it would have to be a company that the problem is that the goal of doing that is a long goal. Like you would have to develop the chips. You'd have to have a plant. Like Samsung tried to put in they were putting a microchip plant in Texas, and they had giant issues because they weren't getting enough. Like so, all of them don't meet their standards, and a certain percentage of them weren't, and it was a much lower standard than they needed, and so it didn't work out. Like, and you're spending billions and billions of dollars to find out that you can't do it. So in China, they've got that shit perfected. They've been doing it for so long because we've relied on them for so long.
Don't they have their own phone as well?
Oh, they have a lot of phones.
Isn't it? Well, I don't forgot what it's called. They have a special Chinese phone.
Well, Huawei, because they were banned here, so Google and Apple wouldn't let them use their operating systems because it's basically a spy device.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Oh.
So are all of them. If you're hanging around with me, your fucking phone's bugged.
Yeah,
Heck yeah, dude.
That's always been something that does not bother me personally. I don't have anything to hide, first of all.
What about your DMs?
It's not
like
the problem is
what we
not
send each
that.
other.
Well,
The problem is not you having something to hide. The problem is no one should have access to your private
No, they should
information.
not.
Whether or not it's bad, that shouldn't mean anything. No one should have access.
no, they should not.
Because it's an individual.
Yeah.
No individual should be able to look at your phone. You can't look at theirs. It's a power thing. It's
And
a
they're-
control
But
thing.
you can guarantee the government's got everything.
No, it's not just the government. It's other foreign governments, especially if you're a controversial person. Like foreign governments, there's a thing called Pegasus too. All they need is your phone number. That's all they need. So if you're not using encrypted apps, all they need is your phone number. And even if you are using encrypted apps, the government can get into those. When Tucker Carlson was trying to interview Putin, the government contacted him and said, "We know you're trying to interview Putin. We were looking into your Signal app." He said, "What?
Wow.
That's wild.
You can read my fucking Signal app?" Yeah.
So it's just like the government saying, back off China, spying on Americans is our job.
Well, because of the
ours.
Patriot Act and because of a lot of other things that they've passed in this country, a lot of it's legal. They're allowed to. They're allowed to spy on you.
I think they can make it illegal and we still wouldn't know.
Well, it probably would be illegal, but it wouldn't matter. They would find some sort of a fucking loophole. Or they would pass some bill, they'd stick it in some farm bill, something. We think, like, oh, this is good, we're going to help the farmers. And you look in there like, hey, what's this doing in there?
Yeah, I see. There's some stuff in the big beautiful bill where it's like they were trying to sell some national park land or something.
Yes, they were trying to sell public land. That was a part of the big beautiful bill. Yeah, I was one of the people that was trying very hard to try to get that out of there.
I remember that.
It's fucking sick.
I thought that was illegal.
It should be.
Foreign countries.
It should be. They're trying to change laws. That's the thing. Like foreign countries owning land around military bases. That's crazy.
That's weird too.
Why is that happening?
Can't do that in China. Meanwhile, China owns land around military bases. Yeah, there's a lot of stupidity with our freedom, but that doesn't mean the government should be fucking spying on you. The thing is, in other countries, they just are. Like in China, they just are. And and the argument is, if we want to compete with China, we have to do what they're doing, which I think is insane.
Aren't they about to start, or they already have the social point system?
Social credit score.
Yeah, social credit score.
Oh, yeah. So if you jaywalk and they get a photo of your face, so they have biometrics, they get a photo of your face, they know it's you, your thing gets dinged, now you can't buy a plane ticket. Yeah.
Black Mirror stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
becoming
like
reality.
that. Well, they're passing that in the UK right now. In the UK, you need a digital ID to combat, ready for it, illegal immigration. Well, motherfucker, you let the illegal immigrants in on purpose. Like, you guys knew what you were doing. And now you're using it as a justification for digital ID.
I just watched one this morning, actually, about, it was a British judge. The guy got sentenced
I saw that, yeah.
for however many years for a
20 months, social
20
media
months
post.
for a social media post.
It
was about immigration.
It's getting
Complaining
weird,
about
yeah.
immigration.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. And, you know, it's the best way to control people, you know, and keep them at each other's throats. Like, bring in a bunch of people that the people that live there don't want there and let them duke it out, and then start instituting tighter and tighter restrictions and control.
Yeah, I see all that happening, and it always makes me wonder. I wonder how it's going to go down here, because we are the different ones with the guns and stuff. I wonder how far it's going to go here before something happens, something pops off.
They're gonna try. They're gonna try, and they're gonna keep trying. They're gonna continue to try, and they're gonna try to sneak it in. And if it's not for independent journalists that call that shit out, we would be in real trouble. It would have already happened. It would have already happened. They would have put it. They were trying to institute a vaccine passport, and the vaccine passport would be attached to a digital ID so that you would know. But that digital ID would then be transferred to a social credit score, and then they wanted to do a carbon tax. So they want to do a thing that tracks your carbon. So it tracks how many miles you drive, tracks your purchases, so it tracks how much carbon you're contributing to the environment. It's crazy.
And somehow paying more money will stop that.
Oh yeah, that's what we need to do. You just need to tax people more.
Yeah.
Tax people more, and it's all going to come and make normal in the end. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Utopia.
Farmer with cows, you got to pay taxes on those cows because they're farting.
Because they're farting.
Well, how about in other countries? They're killing cows. They're forcing them to kill cows because these cows are producing too much methane. So they're saying you have to kill 2,000 cows, 1,000 cows.
Wow.
Food.
Yeah, so they control your food. That's exactly what it is.
I remember when all those chicken farms or chicken houses burnt down a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was really weird too.
Yeah, it's real weird. But the chicken houses do burn down. What's also weird is they had to kill a bunch of chickens because some of these chickens had bird flu.
Well, hopefully that's true.
People's livestock, Brandon, popping up dead too. Bunch of cattle.
There was a couple of years ago. This one farmer posted a video like all of his cattle were just dead in the field, and they said it was because of the heat or something. But this farmer had just tons of dead cows just all of a sudden. It was going on the same time as the chicken houses burning down, so it could have just been, you know, news adding on to news kind of thing. This is what's in right now. Yeah, maybe so.
Cattle mutilations.
Well, the alien thing is just another interesting topic. Like I'll get there's random times where people are seeing all these crazy things in the sky, and it's like a big deal for a few days, and then you don't really talk about it anymore. Did you see that one thing that lady was filming? She was like, "Hi, do you know Jesus?" And the wheels were like going crazy.
No, what is that?
It's like
It's also hard to know what's real.
Yeah, I know.
AI,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, see, and the interesting thing about that, though, is that somebody in the Bible described seeing something, one of the angels or something.
Ezekiel.
And the wheels on wheels.
Wheel within a wheel.
And that's what this thing was. And she said, "Do you know Jesus?" And then the wheels would just start spinning really, really fast. And it's like, whoa, man, I hope that's real. That's pretty cool.
Oh, man. Is this it?
Yeah.
That looks like a rocket launch.
Can't put my fingers to work.
She zooms in on an orb and speaks to it.
Sorry.
She says, "Jesus loves me." She's definitely have an android. Look how
Yeah.
fucking she is.
it's gonna turn into the moon here in a second. Watch.
Well, that's the thing. If you zoom in on stuff, especially stuff through the atmosphere, things look very blurry. Like if you zoom in on stars, they totally look like there's some sort of a fucking spaceship.
See
But
how
it's just a star.
she said when she says, "Do you know Jesus?" It starts starts moving. I think it's towards the end, but yeah, you get the idea. It's just
Yes,
That looks like
kind
of looks like a weather balloon. Maybe it's one of them Chinese spy balloons again.
Play that. Let me hear her say it.
Jesus loves me.
look.
Oh, you know Jesus.
You know Jesus.
You know Jesus. Jesus is awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, Jesus right. But if that is real,
Yes,
dude,
he is.
and that random lady's just filming that,
Well, that is the weirdness of the people that think that they can call these things in. So there's a group of people that supposedly successfully they sit out and they have this intention. They go out to the desert in the clear night sky, and they have this intention to call these things in. And they're all silently calling these things in. And apparently, it's effective. Occasionally, I don't know how often, but it's not zero. Sometimes these things show up.
Who's that guy? He was on Sean Ryan. He's an old man, Chris something. But people like celebrities go out to his land, and he's like, I can call these things on command, they'll show up, and people go out to see it.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
it's hard.
You should go there.
Investigate.
No, I don't want to.
People will trust what you say.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't know what I'm seeing.
Well, don't tell anybody. Just go out for yourself.
The thing is, like, you don't know what you're seeing. It could be a drone. It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be fucking Starlink.
This guy
Do you have to pay to go do it?
That's a good question.
I can't remember that guy's name. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, he wrote a book called UFOs of God, and I started listening to it, and I'm just terrible about reading books and stuff. So I got like the first 3 chapters in, but it was really interesting. He's worked with NASA showed up at his house.
Here it is. Chris Bledsoe.
Yeah, I watched his Sean Ryan, I think the guy's name is. I watched his podcast. It was an interesting listen.
And so, this guy, what does he think these things are?
They're related with God somehow.
This is what Tucker believes.
Yeah, I believe it too.
A lot of people believe that these things are not from another world, that they've always been here.
Yeah.
And they're a part of our world that just don't show themselves to us. Does this guy have videos of these things? Watch this with an open heart, okay? Show me what you got. Okay, something moving. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, what the fuck is that?
I think you should go out there and check him out. Just don't tell anybody.
That could be bugs. Yeah, but that thing moving across the sky, that is odd. That thing's very odd. Because that's clearly moving.
You see flashes.
But the thing is, it's like you're zooming in, right? So you get distortion, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know, and then see it's going behind the cloud. That you don't know what that is. How have you seen the space station fly over?
Yeah,
I've seen it once.
Does it look like that?
Yeah, it's really
Just
slow
a white
moving.
light.
Yeah, it's just a tiny
It's
little
usually
dot.
just one though.
Well, the rest of those, the rest of that stuff's out.
Probably bugs.
Yeah, that looks like bugs.
Yeah.
Backyard.
That's the problem. Is that like if you're zooming in on this thing, the stuff that flies in between that looks like it's moving really fast and flying across incredible space. Yeah, that easily could be bugs. But maybe not. That's the problem.
Interdimensional angelic beings.
Is that what he's calling them?
That's what it says. Some more.
I'd like to see some documentation.
My dad was.
Go out there, dude.
Wait till the end. What happens in the end?
It goes behind the cloud.
They simply come when we ask in prayer. Countless others were healed too.
Joe, just go out there and see it, and don't tell anybody.
I feel like if they want to show themselves, they should just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I think they will eventually, maybe, if it's going to happen.
Maybe a lot. Maybe if things get real messy here.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Well, isn't there verses about there will be signs in the sky? I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of verses about the sky and about. I've been into the Book of Enoch over the last couple.
Yeah, I
of months.
was wanting to pull that up. I was wanting to talk about that.
So Rep Lima came in here and she was explaining to me the Book of Enoch, and I never really got into it. She's like, it could have been included in the Bible, and it was a part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, but
The first half was, right?
the Book of Enoch is in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
The whole book?
Yeah,
Oh.
and at least part. It's the problem with the Book of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Rather, it's a lot of it is deteriorated and it's missing chunks and stuff. But
Yeah.
the Book of Isaiah is in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it is identical word for word. Wes Huff was explaining that to
Yeah.
a version of it that was 1,000 years older, which was the most recent version before they found the Dead Sea Scrolls in the 1940s, which is wild.
That is wild.
That's the book that God predicts his own coming to earth and his own death and all that.
Well, the Book of Enoch is the one that predicts that this is what talks about the Watchers in the
Yeah.
sky, and that these gods
Trippy
mate with
alien
humans and created the Nephilim.
Yep.
That is bizarre.
Well-
I've listened to it twice now, and I keep going back over.